At the end of the day, coming into your inner authority as a woman, as a mother, is about how much bullshit are you tolerating? And you have to get so honest with yourself. And it was so incredible for me to experience that honesty within myself and how uncomfortable it felt. Because I had ultimately created a life to no fault of my own. I realize we are coming up in a time where things are being exposed, the systems and all of these ways that we have been operating that we knew, but we normalized and they said it wasn't a big deal. But we are now coming to a place where it really is no longer serving us. It really is keeping us from our own humanity and from experiencing a life that we're meant to experience. And so for myself as a woman, as a mother, I realized how in all the spaces and places and relationships where I continued to stay, knowing that my needs wouldn't be met, knowing that they wouldn't be met in a way that would actually help me grow. Instead, they met me in a way that kept me small, that kept me operating in this hypervigilance of, am I still worthy? Is there still value in me? Am I a good mother? Am I whatever the thing is? And how I was operating in one area of my life, it was so clear to me once I started to inhabit my body that I was operating that way in all areas of my life. Professional, personal, in so many degrees. And like I said, it is so normalized. It is so normalized that to have desires as a woman, to have an opinion, to make mistakes means that there's something flawed with us and that we have to defend and explain every decision that we make when it's really not the case. And, I'm not a man, but men do have a little more freedom, but they kind of operate similarly as well. But when you start to recognize this, you start to recognize how your feelings, what you're feeling in your body is true and is valuable information that's going to free you from these stories. Because the stories are not true, but the experience that you're feeling in your body is true because it's telling you how far you have come from your inner authority.